Yes.
Sullivan North. And as you might be able to tell, we're in the
middle of the
Red Army
Springs fans.
And now the starting lineup for the Blue Devils. It'll be Michael Rogers.
If there are 50 seats in here, I'd be surprised.
Well,
Tylee Anderson.
Have to go get them somewhere.
Available, I mean.
Josh Castle for the Blue Devils. Jamie Hackney. And Corey Shepard. So for the Blue Devils, it's Castle, Rogers, Anderson, Hackney, and Shepard. 3 seniors with our national anthem. It is Region D semifinal action set to get underway here at Clinchco. It's Gate City and Twin Springs. In the starting lineups for Twin Springs will be Jordan, Warner, Estep, Keshev, and Dockery for the Blue Devils. Castle, Rogers, Anderson, Hackney, and Shepard. Both teams make their way to midcourt. The officials are Joe Jones, John Altizer, and Jeff Day. So it'll be Dockery to jump for Twin Springs, Hackney for Gate City. Altizer steps into the circle with the basketball, and we're about ready to get this one underway.
Nice group of officials, by the way.
Altizer tosses it up, a tip controlled by the Blue Devils. Josh Castle with it. They move right to left to start. Rogers has it left side. Shepard now to Anderson. Hackney has it left side. Now left corner double team, gets it to Anderson. Back to Rogers for 3. Bang!
Hey.
Michael Rogers for 3, and the Blue Devils on top 3-0. Here comes the pressure in the back court.
Moved it to the other side, the back side.
Warner
open for the 3.
Warner has it for the Titans. Guarded by Rogers. Castle plays Dockery. Here's the lob down low. Shot off glass. Good by Tyler Estep. Quickly, Gate City in front court. Castle with it. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson needs help. Shepard comes to him. Gets it back to Anderson. Now right side it goes to Hackney out near the center line. Hackney gets a screen from Shepard. Works, stops, pops, 16-footer. Won't go. Rebound Dockery. Dockery for Twin Springs. They leave it off for Warner. Warner will be met at the midcourt line by Rogers. Warner out front. 5 seconds count on.
Yeah, big time.
Left side it goes to Dockery. Dockery guarded by Castle. Dockery pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound Shepard for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Castle. Castle quickly in front court for Gate City. Takes it. Leaves it off for Rogers. Left side. Back in the corner it goes to Castle. Now out front between the rings. Anderson with it. Right side to Hackney. Hackney. Now gets it back to Anderson. Now left side it goes to Shepard. Gets it back to Hackney. Hackney gets Dockery up in the air. His shot won't go. Rebound fought for. Coming out there with it, Twin Springs. Warner gets it over to Keshev, and he'll bring the ball up the floor this time. Keshev guarded by Anderson. Gets it right side to Warner. Warner puts it on the floor. Stops, pops the jumper. Shot no good. Rebound Anderson for Gate City. Gate City has Anderson racing down the left of the lane. Shot off the glass. Good. Tylee Anderson. Makes the score 5-2. Gate City, 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. Keshev back with it at the point now for Twin Springs. Stands center circle. Looks to make a move on Anderson. Can't. Gets it over right side to Warner. Warner puts it on the floor. Has it outside the three-point line. Looks for a lob. Gets it out front to Dockery. Almost thrown away. Dockery has it. Gets it down low to a Titan. Shot up. No good. Rebound Shepard. Shepard gets it over to Hackney. The Titan taking the shot was Jordan. Hackney has it. Puts a move on. Drives down. Tries to leave it off. Maybe for Shepard. Might have been tipped out of his hands. Not sure. Anyway, it's a turnover over to the Titans. Now Warner back at the point. Warner takes it. Drives all the way down by Rogers for the layup. Good. Gate City back in front court, leading by 1. Here early, 4:45 to go first quarter. Hackney has it left side, gets it to Rogers. Rogers gets it over to Castle. Castle back head of the key to Shepard. Hands it back to Anderson. Anderson right side, it goes to Castle. Swing it over to the corner to Anderson, left side. Anderson lobs it back to Hackney. Hackney looks to make a move against Dockery, puts it on the floor, shot off the glass, side of the glass, no good. And it's blocked out of bounds, they say, by Twin Springs. They say.
We'll take it.
Substitutions for Gate City, it'll be Parks, Salyer, Woods, and Bays in. That's the first dead ball of the game. And 3 minutes and 45 seconds in. First time Gate City's had a chance to bring subs. Woods has it. Gets it left side to Salyer. Salyer out front to Hackney. Hackney can't shoot. Gets it over to Woods. Back to Hackney. Hackney stops. Pops the jumper. Shot no good. Rebound Twin Springs. That is E-Step with it. E-Step gets it over to Keshev.
And Springs can take the lead.
Ketchev, whistle sounds away from the ball. An illegal screen or so will be called on Warner of Twin Springs. Foul on Warner will be his first, and that's the team's first. First foul of the game on either team. Harwood in for Hackney. Woods out, Anderson in for Gate City. 3:43 to go first quarter. Gate City leads 5-4. The Blue Devils will have Tyler Parks back in action with the basketball. Hits it in low to Bays. Bays turnaround jumper up good.
Nice smooth shot.
Matt Bays with a bucket. Make it 7-4. Gate City. Here's the pass out front to Ketchev. Ketchev drives down low. Shot no good, but he's fouled.
Hard drive to the bucket.
32, I believe. Bays picks up the foul. His first.
He did.
And that'll send Ponce Keshev to the line to shoot 2. Free throw, no good. So the score remains 7-4, 3:21 to go here in the first quarter. Gate City on top of Twin Springs. Ketchev second, good. So it's 1 out of 2. Quickly in front court, Gate City has the ball. It's Anderson, gets it to Park, swinging around left side now to Salyer. Salyer along the baseline, it goes to Anderson. Anderson circles out front, gets it back to Arwood. Right side it goes to Salyer, out front to Anderson. Anderson puts it on the floor, gets it back to Salyer for 3. Shot way long. Dockery comes up with it, gets it ahead to Warner. Warner with it, works against Parks, gets it back to Dockery. Now Salyer guards Dockery. Dockery gives it up to Ketchev. He has it out near the center circle. 7-5, Gate City leads, 2:50 to go first quarter. Ketchev with it. He'll launch a long 3. Shot, no good. Rebound off of Twin Springs out of bounds. It'll belong to Gate City. Shepard back in for Bays for Gate City. Castle and Hackney also back in. And the clock's yet to start. The ball's in play. Well, actually, one clock's not working. 2:33 to go here in the first quarter. Gate City on top. Hackney launches a jumper. Good. Jamie Hackney with the jumper from about 16 makes it 9-5. I got to watch the scoreboard to the left.
Yeah.
Warner has it. Warner keeps his dribble. 5-second count on. Warner penetrates and as the ball tipped out of his hands out of bounds, it'll belong to the Titans. Parks out. Woods in for him. Gate City will zone the inbounds. Ketchev to throw it in. Gets it in the corner, now gets it back to Ketchev. Ketchev puts it on the floor, takes it down the lane, stops, pops 12-footer, way short. Somebody, that's Dockery, and he traveled.
And he did.
Well, the Red Army doesn't agree.
Well,
might have got shoved a little. But their back was tough, so it's hard to say.
He was not dribbling.
Hackney has it for Gate City. Gets it over to Anderson, and a whistle sounds, and what do we have? We have...
Have they finally noticed the clock?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1:49 to go here in the first quarter, 9-5. Gate City leads. And the clock to our right is inoperable. It is stuck at 2:50.
It's not changing the score nor the time. It's not a good game to have a inoperable
Well, they
clock.
really, if they can't get that clock to work, they need to unplug it because
Yes,
that could be confusing.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was also talking to the director from Hayside High School, Larry Compton.
Just a word about Larry Compton. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He really
Well, he's going to unplug it.
He's a very helpful person.
Yeah, and when we came in, guess what he was doing?
Directing traffic.
Yeah, telling people where to park.
He's a good guy. He's always been helpful every time we've been here.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Well, the other clock is working now. Whatever he done, it's correct.
Whatever wire he wiggled.
Well,
it was.
147. They put 2 on there.
Yeah, high-tech operation.
And they'll let the clock run down to 147. They've got them both working again. So
And have 9-5 on the score on both clocks.
So everything seemed to be back to normal as it can be.
All right. Well done.
Well, they put 149 on the clock. Who's going to quabble over a couple of seconds in the first quarter?
Now they set a trash can out front of where it's plugged in to keep people away.
So Gate City has it on the inbounds. Anderson
Well, it didn't start.
gets it over to Woods.
Not on the right side.
Now that's Shepard. Gets it to Hackney. He'll launch a three. Good.
Bang.
Jamie Hackney for 3, and they'll stop it again while they work on the clock, I believe, as Hackney nails the 3 from out front. He's got 5. Gate City leads 12-5.
Well, that's not what's on the board.
No, they still have 9-5. There they go. They only they put it up.
So it'll be Twin Springs basketball. We'll be using the clock to our left. Not that means a thing to anybody listening at home. 12-5. Gate City leads. 1:36 to go here in the first quarter.
Can play.
Jordan to work it in for the Springs. Gets it into Warner. Warner guarded now by Woods. Warner gets it over to Ketchev. Ketchev with it. Stands center circle. Guarded by Anderson. He picks up his dribble, and then Anderson gets after him, and Ketchev throws it away.
What do you think about this putting Anderson on Ketchup?
Well, that's
Pretty good matchup so
you got to
far.
play your best defenders on their best players. But the
There
thing
you
about
go.
it is, Gate City
Timeout,
certainly
Twin Springs.
has good defenders. We'll take a timeout. 1:21 to go, first quarter. Gate City leads 12-5. Back in 30 seconds. It'll be Gate City basketball off the Titan turnover. It's Castle, Parks, Salyer, Shepard, and Hackney now for Gate City. Parks has it, right side, picks up his dribble, needs help, hands it over to Hackney, double team, gets it back to Parks, now swinging around to Shepard, back to Hackney. Hackney puts it on the floor, takes it right of the lane, has his shot blocked by Dockery. Hackney gets it back.
Yeah, it's been Dockery on Hackney so far tonight.
Right side it goes to Shepard. Out on top to Castle. Castle, right side to Shepard. Back out front it goes to Parks. Parks, right side to Sager. And they throw it away.
Turn her head.
So the Blue Devils guilty of a turnover. We'll have Anderson back in for Shepard. 41 seconds to go first quarter. Gate City leads 12-5. The Springs will have it in front court. Ketchev to work it in. Gets it into Warner. Warner works against Parks now. About the same size matchup. Warner has it. Gets it left side to Dockery. Dockery guarded by Castle. Dockery drives in and he's stripped and he's called for travel.
Pretty good call.
Yeah, I thought he walked that time.
I did too.
The other time, I'm not sure, but that time I think he did. So Gate City will have the ball with 25 seconds to go, and Parks will walk it in front court. Gets it to Castle. Over to Hackney.
I'd say they'll take their time.
Anderson with it. Gets it over to Sawyer. 15 seconds to Anderson at the midcourt line. 10 seconds.
Yeah. Anderson looks at coach.
Now 7 seconds.
Better hurry.
Anderson drives right of the lane, kicks it out to Sawyer. Sawyer can't shoot, gets it to Anderson, launches a long three. Went out, no good. And that'll do it here at the end of the first quarter. It's the Gate City Blue Devils 12 and the Twin Springs Titans 5.
What they've done to the clocks.
They're having a...
They are working on them, and I don't think we're set to play anytime soon.
Well, it's 12-5. Gate City on top. Well, the scoreboard that wasn't correct now is, and the other one is
inoperable. So
Rec sounds pretty good.
So while they work on that, we'll take another minute timeout here.
Both clocks have 8 minutes. Now, will they work? It's hard to say just yet.
Remains to be seen.
Second quarter set to get underway. Twin Springs will have it first at midcourt. Keshev to throw it in. Altizer hands him the ball. Gets it into Warner. Warner now guarded by Rogers. Warner brings it into the front court. Surveys it. Gets it to Keshev, into Dockery, and he'll be fouled. Foul will be on the Blue Devils, and I have no idea. Couldn't tell.
I didn't see it.
It is, okay. Hackney with the foul, Mike says. Jamie picks up his first. Dockery gets it to Keshev. Keshev guarded by Hackney now. Keshev drives, leaves it back out for Dockery. Long three, won't go. Rebound Anderson. Anderson races in front court for Gate City, takes it all the way down, shot off the glass, good.
Boy, it rolled around a few times.
Kylie Anderson with a bucket. That shot by Dockery was from 35 at least.
At least.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a bomb.
He was standing in part of the center circle, wasn't he?
Almost. His heels were. Dockery is fouled by Sawyer. As Dockery made a move to the bucket, Sawyer shoved him. Fourth team foul on the Blue Devils, only one on Twin Springs.
3 new Blue Devil players check in.
Parks,
Castle,
Bays.
And Bays.
And you got to remember that Parks has been out the better part of, really the better part of 4 or 5 weeks.
Yes,
I think he played a game or two.
Powell Valley was.
He's had a hamstring problem, so therefore he can't run to stay in shape. So he'll get winded pretty quickly. Here's a long jumper 3, good by Keshev from deep in the corner, makes it 14-8. Gate City. Castle for the Blue Devils with it, gets it back to Parks, back to Castle, right corner. Skips it all the way across to Hackney. Hackney can't shoot, gets it to Parks, now to Castle, right side it goes to Woods. Woods looks for Bays instead, comes back around the left side to Parks. Here's Hackney's jumper, won't go, rebound Keshev. Keshev hands it over to Warner, and Chief will walk it up slowly, gets it ahead now to Keshev. Keshev makes a move on Woods, leaves it off down low to Jordan, back to Keshev. Keshev puts it on the floor and tries to get it back to Jordan, swatted away by Bass, stolen away by Hackney. Long pass in front court goes to Castle. Castle puts it on the floor, shot no good. Saved back in by Dockery, goes all the way in back court, and Gate City will have it as Dockery tried to save it back in off a Blue Devil.
Missed.
And he missed everybody.
Yes.
So the Gate City folk on the other side thought Castle might have been fouled.
Well, they came close hitting former Coach Greg Irvin down there on the other end.
You get to play a little bit when you get into your regional play. Anderson has it for Gate City. Anderson gets it left side to Hackney. Hackney stops, shoots, block, foul called. Foul called on Twin Springs.
Dockery.
It is on Mark Dockery. That'll be his first, only the team's second. Be 2 shots for Jamie Hackney. 14-8. Gate City with the lead. 5:57 to go here in the first half. Gate City's Hackney. Free throw on the way. No good. So now Hackney ready for his second. It's on the way. It's good.
Well, this place is more than full.
Oh, yeah,
It's running over. Keshev has it. Gets it in front court to Warner. Warner tries to work on Parks. Does take Parks to the baseline. Now pulls up for the jumper shot. Good. Keith Warner with his 4th point.
Good defense by Parks, but just a good shot.
Yeah, Warner just took him and pulled back. Bays walked.
Yes, he did. No doubt.
Driving in the lane.
Shepherd in for Bays.
Before he gave the basketball up, he walked.
15-10 the score. Gate City with a 5-point lead. 5:37 to go here in the first half. Ketchev across the midcourt line. Says spread the floor and let him go to work. He does. He throws it to Parks. Parks gets it ahead to Anderson. He has it thrown away by Warner. Long pass in front court. Ketchev for the layup. Good. Ketchev with the bucket. Quickly we go the other way. Gate City has it with Castle. It's it to Parks. Now to Hackney. Hackney with it. Left side. Stops. Shoots. Has his shot blocked. Dockery comes out there with it. Dockery races in front court for Twin Springs. Now gets it to Ketchev. Ketchev puts it on the floor. Drives, stops, pops, 12-footer. No good. Rebound Hackney for Gate City. Hackney races in front court for the Blue Devils. Now he'll hold it up and get it back to Anderson. 4:48 to go. Here's Parks. Left side it comes to Castle. Out front to Anderson. Right side to Hackney. Right corner to Parks. Back to Hackney. Hackney gets it back to Anderson. Now it comes to Castle. Back to Hackney between the rings. Hand it over to Shepherd. Shepherd holds it. Now gets it to Parks. Back to Anderson. Anderson back to Hackney. Hackney can't shoot. Gets it to Castle. Castle works it down the lane. Back out to Anderson. Anderson right side to Parks. Shot no good. Long. Jordan catches the air ball. Gets it over to Warner. Warner hands it over to Ketchev. And Ketchev will bring it in front court. Picked up there by Anderson. Twin Springs just spreading the court and letting Ketchev and Warner go one-on-one. Here's Dockery. Baseline jumper up. Won't go. Dockery skies for the rebound. Put back there. Mark Dockery with the bucket. And Gate City needs a timeout, and they'll get it. Timeout on the floor. It's Gate City 15. Twin Springs 14. Back in 30 seconds. Run here in the last 3 minutes or so. And what they've done is they've just spread the floor with Gate City and letting Ketchev and Warner work, and then find the open man, which generally has been each other or Dockery, and they've created some easy shots for themselves. So the Blue Devils out of the timeout with it. Anderson gets it to Sayer, head of the key for 3. Bang! Cody Sayer for 3.
18-14 Blue Devils.
Timely shot for Gate City.
So Ketchev now guarded by Matt Woods. Ketchev gets it left side. Dockery, a long 3, no good. Rebound, Jordan, blocked by Anderson. Anderson comes up with it. Anderson quickly gets it ahead to Woods. Woods airmails the pass, tried to get it down low to Bays and just threw it away.
Couldn't do it.
6 turnovers for Gate City. Twin Springs also with 6.
So Jordan to throw it in for the Titans. Gets it into Ketchev. Ketchev has it in front court. Has it now between the rings. Gets it right side to Warner. Warner looks to work on Rogers. Tries to get it inside. Jordan comes up with it and the ball tipped out of bounds by Salyer. And it'll belong to Twin Springs. Jordan had the shot, wouldn't go. Titan had the rebound and it's knocked out of bounds by Gate City. Hackney in for the Blue Devils, replacing Salyer. 18-14, Gate City leads, 2:54 to go first half. Twin Springs with it, Jordan gets it to Ketchev, 16-foot jumper, blocked by Bays. Jordan comes up with it, gets it to Dockery. Dockery, long 3 from a corner, good. Mark Dockery for 3, got left alone.
He'll hit him every time.
Yeah, if you leave him alone. Hackney throws it away. The turnover goes to Twin Springs. Gate City gets Shepherd back in the game. He's with the basketball. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Make it. Ketchev has it out front. Gets it right side to Warner. Drives head of the key. Gets it back to Dockery. Dockery takes it to the hole, has the ball stripped. It'll go off Dockery out of bounds. And it'll belong to Gate City.
Parks comes in, Anderson goes out.
So on the floor for Gate City, it's Parks, Castle, Hackney, Shepherd, and Sager. Parks has it for Gate City, right side. Gets it in the corner to Hackney, to Shepherd, swinging around to Castle now. Back to Hackney. Hackney head of the key, right side to Shepherd, back to Hackney. Hackney puts it in, shot up, no good, foul call. We'll see.
Dockery.
54, Mark Dockery picks up his second foul. That'll be only the team's third. 3 team fouls. Actually, have 4 on Gate City, but they only have 3 posted. Hackney shooting 2. Free throw, no good. Anderson in for Castle.
Yeah, Dockery's been guarding Hackney all night long.
When you get here, you put your best defenders on your best players.
You got it.
He made that shot. 19-17 Blue Devils.
So Twin Springs has Ketchev. Now he's guarded by Parks. Ketchev gets it over to Dockery. Dockery drives to the baseline, leans in, shot no good. Rebound put back by Lawson, no good. Foul called on the Blue Devils. Would that be Shepherd by chance?
Yes, it was.
I think so.
I thought he got hold of the ball, but apparently he didn't.
40. Tyler Eastep shooting 2 for Twin Springs. First, good.
It's a shot to tie the game.
19-18, 1:38 to go here in the first half. Eastep free throw, good. So we're tied at 19, 1:35 to go first half. Parks with it for Gate City, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson picks up his dribble, gets it back to Sayer. Sayer back to Anderson. Now left side it comes to Shepherd, to Hackney. Hackney, baseline jumper, good.
21-19 Blue Devils.
Minute 10 to go here in the first half. Ketchev almost lost his dribble and gets it back. Puts it on the floor, gets it back to Warner. Warner drives into the lane, ball stripped, then stolen away by Sayer. Gets it ahead to Anderson. Anderson 3-on-3, holds up, gets it over to Sayer. Hackney takes it along the baseline, leaves it off down low. Shepherd shot up, won't go. Rebound Lawson Eastep for Twin Springs. Warner has it for the Titans. Warner puts a move on, leaves it right side to Jordan, and he did walk.
8th turnover by the Titans.
There's 40 seconds to go. Parks will check out.
Shepherd checks out.
Castle and Bays in. So the Blue Devils will have Anderson walking the ball up the floor. Gets it to Sayer. 28 seconds to go first half. Gate City will hold it for the final shot of the half, it appears.
Yep.
Anderson has it out front to Sayer. 18 seconds. Now back to Anderson standing in the center circle.
Yeah, coach, Anderson looks the coach.
10 seconds.
And Gate City will start to play. 7 seconds. Anderson has it right side. Hits it to Hackney. Hackney drives in the lane. Leaves it off. Sayer for 3. Shot.
Good at the buzzer. 3-pointer.
Cody Sayer with 3. And that'll be the end of the first half with the score. The Gate City Blue Devils 24. The Twin Springs Titans 19. We'll be back.
Talk about beating the buzzer.
Oh, it hit the net at the buzzer.
We're back. 24-19 the score. I didn't have an animated conversation.
Well, I got in on that and had to get away.
Did you?
Oh,
well, it's probably a good thing you did.
It started out wrong.
Yeah, but it finished nice.
That's good.
Yeah. We kissed and made up.
You better wipe the slobber off it.
24-19 the score. Gate City leads.
It looks like they'll have the ball. No? Let's see.
So it'll be who with the basketball? Gate City, I guess, to start the second
I was
half.
thinking so.
Yeah, they're moving fans out from underneath the goal. They have to do that. Some of those fans are referees. They know better than to be standing there. But anyway.
They're there.
So, now.
Yeah, one of them we know, as a matter of fact.
Don't claim it. Anderson with it gets it over to Hackney to start the second half.
I didn't mention his name, did I?
Anderson with it, right side. Gets it out front. Now left side it goes to Rogers. Rogers out on top. It comes to Anderson. Right side it goes to Shepard. Shepard out front to Castle. Now to Rogers. To Hackney. Hackney gets it down the lane to Shepard. Has it tipped away. Gets it back out to Castle.
Nice save.
Yes, it
Castle
was.
gets it to Rogers somehow. Rogers drives along the baseline, forces up a jumper, no good. Rogers saves it back in, but it goes to Warner. Warner with it for Twin Springs, quickly ahead to Dockery. Dockery puts it on the floor, shot over Shepard, no good. Rebound put back, blocked by Hackney. Coming out of there with it, Anderson for Gate City. Anderson with it. Anderson drives down, shot up, won't go, off.
No.
Offensive foul called on Ty Lee Anderson.
Yes, it was. He drove into a crowd and...
He drove into a crowd and got slapped a half a dozen times is what he did.
Yes,
he did.
Yeah.
Jordan on the inbounds. Jordan, I believe, a freshman for Twin Springs. Pass stolen away by Hackney. Hackney's jumper from in front, good.
Just call it.
26-19, Blue Devils lead now.
Just call it same on both ends, and I'll be happy.
So, Ketchev has it. Gets it right side to Warner. Warner puts it on the floor, can't shoot. Gets it back to Dockery. Dockery drives down the lane, shot good.
Nice little underhand shot.
26-21.
Here's Anderson. Anderson's jumper up, won't go. Rebound fought for. Coming out there with it, Warner. Shepard had it momentarily. Warner gets it to Dockery. Dockery backs it back out. Now gets it over to Ketchev. Ketchev gets it over to Warner. Warner back to Dockery. Left open for three. Shot, no good. Rebound. Anderson tips it out of bounds. It belongs to Twin Springs.
Yep. Got his hands on it, but couldn't control it.
Salyer in.
What's the Red Army fussing about now?
I don't know what they're doing over here.
Ketchev to throw it in.
He's got them on their feet.
Gets it over to Jordan out front. Jordan holds it till Ketchev gets there. Ketchev will work against Salyer. Stops right of the lane, back to Jordan, back to Ketchev. Comes over left side to Dockery. Dockery posts Warner. Warner jumper, no good. Long rebound goes out to Ketchev. It hit off the iron and then quickly off a player. Ketchev drives down low, and we're going to have a foul, offensive foul called on Mark Dockery. Dockery cleared out for Warner, and that's a good count. He did stick his arm out, but it's one of those deals that I'm going to say that's ticky-tack, but, you know, I don't know that it changed the flow of the play very much.
No, it didn't.
Anderson with it for Gate City. Devils lead by 5:40 to go. Hackney gets it to Salyer. Now over to Castle. Castle right side. Gets it down the lane to base. 15-footer. Won't go. Rebound Ketchev. Ketchev gets it over to Dockery. Dockery will walk it up the floor. He'll be met by Anderson when he gets there. Warner.
Yeah, he's in no hurry.
Warner gets it over to Ketchev. Ketchev off a screen by Dockery. Ketchev takes it, stops, pops 15-footer. Good. Ketchev got it to lay flat on the flange, and then it just
fell
rolled
right in there.
26-23. Gate City with a 3-point lead in the ball. Anderson. He'll throw up the jumper. Shot won't go. Rebound. That was Estep. Estep gets it over to Warner. Warner quickly in front court. Stops, pops a 12-footer. Shot good. Keith Warner.
26-25.
4:45 to go, third quarter. Hackney with it for Gate City. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson left side Salyer open for the three. Shot way short. Ketchev catches it and hands it over to Warner. Warner calls out play 3 as he crosses the timeline. Gets it right side to Ketchev. Ketchev stops, can't shoot, gets it to Warner. Warner penetrates, leaves it off down low, shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound Anderson for Gate City. Anderson quickly in front court, it goes to Castle. Castle behind the back pass to Bays for the layup, good.
Beautiful.
28-25, Blue Devils.
Wasn't really as much behind the back as it was a hook shot over his head.
Yes.
And quickly here comes Warner the other way, shot no good, rebound Bays. Bays gets it ahead to Anderson. Anderson quickly in front court for Gate City, gets it over to Sager. Will the 3 go? No, it won't.
Not a chance.
Rebound
short
by Estep.
Way off the mark.
Estep gets it to Ketchev.
He didn't set up good.
Ketchev will ask for a timeout. Timeout on the floor. It's Gate City 28, Twin Springs 25. Ketchev at midcourt, throw it in. That's a good timeout between Springs. They need to catch their breath. That's pretty well called timeout. Ketchev on the inbounds. Gets it into Jordan. Jordan hands it back to Warner. Warner slips and falls. Hackney steals it. Hackney gets it right side to Woods. Woods takes it to the hole, shot won't go. Rebound Dockery gets it over to Ketchev. Ketchev across the midcourt line. Ketchev works against Sager. He puts it on the floor, drives right of the lane, lobs it back out to Jordan. Jordan over to Warner. Warner, his jumper up, won't go. Rebound, Estep tips it, has it stripped away, stolen away by Hackney. Hackney with it for Gate City, across the timeline. Hackney drives, stops, right of the lane, shot, no good. Rebound Dockery, neither team shooting the ball very well. So Ketchev back at the point, he'll bring it across the timeline, 2:50 to go third quarter. Ketchev makes a move on Sager, stops, pops 17-footer, no good. Rebound, Sager comes out to him. Sager with it, has it in front court. Sager lobs it back to Hackney. Hackney in the corner, Sager. He'll launch a 3 shot, no good, but he's fouled. Keith Warner will pick up the foul. Foul on Warner will be his second. And that will put, at the line, will be Cody Sager to shoot 3. And
well, I can tell you it's hot in here.
I was just getting ready to say,
down there.
Both these teams are exhausted.
Yep.
I mean, they are flat out exhausted.
You can tell it.
Yeah. Actually,
Tired.
couple of the kids on both these teams having trouble getting up and down the floor. Salyer.
Well,
shooting 3.
Play a position here.
Free throw, good. Salyer with 7 points, set for his second.
Speaking of depth, 4 different Blue Devils set to check in. They do now.
It'll be Castle, Bays, Anderson, and we're waiting to get the shooter with Rogers, I believe.
The only way they can cool out is go outside, and that's not right.
It's not going to happen right now.
So Cody Salyer, the sophomore, set for his third free throw. Free throw on the way by Salyer's good.
31-25, Blue Devils with the lead.
Rogers in, Salyer out for Gate City. 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. Gate City will go with full court pressure. Ketchev has it. Ketchev easily breaks it, has it in front court. Gets it to Estep. Now out front it comes to Warner. Warner with it, gets it over to Ketchev. Ketchev guarded by Anderson. Ketchev lobs it into Dockery. This sort of be a good shot for Twin Springs. Dockery misses it. Rebound put back no good by Estep. Foul, Bays. Bays picks up his second, and that'll put Tyler Estep to line to shoot 2. And what I meant, that should be a good shot. That's a big mismatch.
Yes.
Dockery at 6'5", against Castle at 6 feet tall. Free throw, good by Estep. Estep apparently shoots his free throws pretty well. That's 3 in a row, and they've all been in the bottom of the bucket. He has 5 points, and he misses that one, and it goes off Bays out of bounds. Matt nonchalantly went to the basketball and
couldn't handle it.
Rolled off his hands out of bounds. Shepard in for Bays. 31-26, 2:16 to go. That's a learning experience right there. Every possession's critical in a game like this. Ketchev has it. Ketchev looks to make a move, gets it down low. Shot off the glass good by Estep. Tyler Estep with the bucket, makes it 31-28.
Yeah, over the short of Rogers.
Parks has it out front, gets it over to Castle. Castle backs it back out. Hits it to Rogers, center circle. Right side it comes to Parks. Gate City with a small lineup in there. Anderson puts it on the floor. His jumper up, won't go. Rebound pulled out of the Estep, foul by Anderson.
Yeah, he reached in once.
Too many.
They didn't call it. Second time they nailed it.
They let you kind of get away with that once.
Yeah.
But you can't do it twice. Salyer and Hackney in. Parks and Rogers out. Gate City had a small lineup in there. They get Salyer and Hackney back. So it's 31-28. The Springs has the basketball with a chance to tie. Ketchev has it. 1:35 to go, third quarter. Ketchev gets it right side to Warner. Warner slips, continues his dribble though.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of slips around here.
Warner gets it to Dockery. Dockery drives down right of the lane, shot up, good.
31-30. Twin Springs battled back.
Anderson has it to Hackney. Hackney puts it on the floor, walks. So it'll be a turnover to Twin Springs. Gate City wants a timeout. 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. It's Gate City 31, Twin Springs 30. We'll be back.
Gate City on top by 1. 31-30. 1:11 to play. Third quarter.
And it'll be the Titans with the basketball. Jordan to throw it in. Jordan looks, lobs it in. Pass almost thrown away, but Warner comes up with it. Gets it over to Ketchev. Ketchev will have it across the timeline. Here comes the screen by Estep. Instead, it goes left side to Dockery. Dockery gets the screen from Estep. Long three, shot good. Dockery for three, and Twin Springs leads 33-31.
First lead of the night for Twin Springs.
Salyer has it. Gets it over to Hackney. Hackney to Shepard, back to Hackney. Hackney shot no good, foul call. Foul will be called on Twin Springs. 40, that's Estep, his first. Yeah, shooting foul, Jamie Hackney to shoot for Gate City. Free throw good by Hackney.
So you're in for Shepard.
Matt Bayes into the lineup for the Blue Devils too. Hackney's second free throw way short. Rebound Ketchev. 33-32. Twin Springs with the lead and the ball. They get possession to start the fourth quarter. Could be a big 30 seconds. Ketchev drives down the lane, leaves it off for Jordan. Jordan gets it back to Ketchev. It's Ketchev, Warner, and Dockery, and the other two to fill out the five. Warner, 16-foot jumper, good. But it works.
35-32, Twin Springs.
Gate City with the ball. Gets it over to Hackney. Hackney, 8 seconds. Gets it to Anderson, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Anderson, Salyer, he'll launch a three, shot.
Good at the buzzer. And that ties the score.
So, you think it's been hot? It's about to really get turned up. We head to the fourth quarter. Gate City 35, Twin Springs 35.
The three are tied up at 35.
Yeah, at stake and berth in tomorrow night's Region D championship game. And maybe more importantly, a trip to next week's state quarterfinals. We're tied at 35. Twin Springs outscores Gate City 16-11 in the third quarter. They trailed 24-19 at halftime. So it is tied as we head to the fourth quarter. Twin Springs will have the ball first. And referee Day doing a little
court maintenance.
Yeah. Must have been chewing gum or something.
Yeah, he scraped the floor.
Okay. Set to go. Ketchev to inbound. Ketchev gets it into Warner, back to Ketchev. So Ketchev has it. Here, gets it right side to Warner. They'll screen for Dockery or Ketchev. Here comes the screen for Warner. And here's a pass in the corner to Ketchev. Shot, no good. Rebound Salyer for Gate City. Pretty easy to see what they're going to do from up here. Here's Anderson, drives down, shot blocked away, and it'll be Gate City's basketball. Score tied at 35. Just underway in the fourth quarter. We may play 5 or 6 overtimes, who knows. Salyer gets it into Bays. In the corner it goes to Anderson. They give Anderson the baseline. He takes it, he drives, shot, no good. And a rebound pulled out of there, E-step. E-step, long pass in front court to Dockery, and he steps out of bounds. He didn't have a chance. I said E-step, that was Warner on the pass. Tried to get it the length of the court to Dockery, but
Dockery tried to stop, but he had too much momentum.
Yeah, at 6'5", he had a lot of momentum going, and he still overthrew him by a foot. So, the Blue Devils have Tyler Parks now. Gets it in front court to Hackney, back to Anderson. Tied at 35, 7:10 to go. Anderson to Hackney. Hackney, left side it goes to Anderson. Anderson hands it back to Hackney. Hackney thought about the shot. Instead, gets it back to Anderson. That's a smart move there. Had Dockery on him pretty good. Salyer with it, back to Anderson. Anderson puts it on the floor, penetrates back to Parks. Parks backs it back out, gets it to Hackney. Hackney stops, shoots over Dockery. No good.
Go.
Rebound Ketchev. That tickled the twine and popped out. So Ketchev with it. Here comes a double screen, and Dockery ends up with it. Dockery has it, tries to make a move, does make a move. Gets in deep, kicks it back to Ketchev. Open for the three, shot, in, out, no good. Rebound Dockery. Dockery with it, outside the arc, gets it to Warner. Left open for the three, shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Anderson with it for Gate City. Anderson doesn't have the numbers, backs it back out, and he'll be fouled by Warner. Foul on Warner will be number 3. Only the team's 4th. 3 team fouls on Gate City, 4 on Twin Springs. For the game, Twin Springs has 7 fouls. Gate City has 7 fouls for the game. 6:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kind of like we talked during the break, we were talking about that foul situation. When you get good teams playing each other, there's not near as much foul.
Let them play.
And, you know, I thought they've done a pretty good job. Anderson has it for Gate City, gets it over to Hackney. Left side it goes to Woods. Back to Hackney. Hackney puts it on the floor. Drives around E-step, shot up, in, out again. That's 2.
That's 2.
Yeah,
same way.
2's been down, and they won't go in for Hackney, so Ketchev has it for the Titans.